Never Stop Learning, week 261. We're going to take a quick look at the Start Workspace in Adobe Illustrator CC 2015.3. All right, so this is what the new Start Workspace looks like, and notice we have these cool thumbnails, and as you scroll through, you're able to see the previous documents you had open. So this is going to help speed up my workflow because I'm able to just kind of see which document I want to open, find it, click on it, and then I'm good to go. Now, what I didn't realize is that we have a bunch of new profile sizes available to us. So I'm going to click on New. That's going to bring up my new document window. Over here for Profile, I'll click on the drop-down menu, and I want to start off with Print. All right, so here, the size I'm working with is going to be letter. Notice over here under Advanced, we have color mode set to CMYK. The resolution is set to 300 ppi, and preview mode is set to default. Now, if you don't see these, just click on this little triangle. That's going to contract it or expand it for you. All right, so when I look at the different sizes available to me, it looks like the common ones, the ones that we're used to seeing in here. I don't see any updates in here, but check this out. We have letter, you have tabloid, A4, and A3. So those are the common sizes that I use often in my workflow. You guys might use different ones. All right, so those are right here available to you, and they're set to high resolution and CMYK mode. Now notice if I come back over here for profile, switch over to web. Now down over here it shows that we're in RGB mode, and the resolution dropped down to 72 ppi, so that's pretty cool. Oh, we also have this guy checked for align new objects to pixel grid, so keep that in mind. All right, that's going to be really helpful when you're working with a web profile. Now over here for size, this is where some things changed, and they kind of changed in my favor. Now over here we have common. All right, so notice we have the sizes updated here. All right, we have web large right here. Then you have web, and then it's going to drop down to minimum right over here. All right, so for me, these presets are going to be really useful because I'm not really a web guy, so these sizes don't really come to mind that easily. So these are going to be great starting points for someone like me who's not used to working in this type of workflow. Now, for those of you guys that are web guys, you guys are going to find other sizes in here that are going to work out just fine for you, or you're going to plug in your specific size for your particular project. Now, I also like that we have this MacBook Pro 13 Retina. You also have a MacBook Pro 15 Retina and your iMac 27-inch down over here. So those are going to help me out a lot. All right, so back to profile. I'm going to switch over to mobile. When I click on that, in here for size, you notice these guys have been updated with more of the current phones that are out there. So you have the iPhone 6, 6S, 6 Plus. You also have the iPad Pro. All right, so that's a new device as well. You have your iPad Retina, Android 1080p, Surface Pro 4. Then we're coming down to iPhone 5, 5S, iPad Air, iPad Mini. You got your Apple Watches and even Nexus 7 down at the bottom. All right, so that's mobile. I'm going to switch over to video and film, and when I looked at the size in here, nothing really stood out to me right away, mainly because I'm not digging in here too much when I'm working in Illustrator. But check this out. We have 4K ultra high definition. You also have 8K full ultra high definition, and I was just kind of blown away by that wow, like these sizes are starting to become commonplace. So I mean, so much so that you're starting to see them as a profile right here for Adobe Illustrator. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to art and illustration, which is one that is new to me. So I'm gonna click on this guy. So it's new for the Creative Cloud for sure. Now, when I go to size, we got some different sizes in here. We got postcard. So if I go over to inches, this is actually a very common postcard size that I would use here. And then for poster, this is dead on. This is pretty much what I would use for a poster project. So I'm happy to see this guy worked in here. All right, so just as the name suggests, art and illustration, they got you covered in here. So you have different screen sizes, and you also have different sizes for different print projects. So there's a mixture in here. But like if you were to go to letter, notice you're still going to be working in RGB mode, and the resolution is at 72 ppi. So if you want a high resolution, then I would recommend switching over to print rather than art and illustration. All right, so next you got basic RGB, and now this is where I kind of want some feedback from you guys. All right, so when I click on that, I'm going to go into size, and I see the same sizes available to me that I was able to find under the art and illustration profile. All right, so as I click through them, I noticed that they still had the same setup all the way around. I wasn't able to really see any differences immediately anyway. So I'm going to click on profile, and I also wanted to show you guys devices again, so I could kind of get some feedback from you guys. On devices, I'm seeing the same sizes that I was seeing over here for mobile. All right, so that's pretty cool. Now, the feedback I'm going to ask you guys for is I wonder why they created this art and illustration one if it's going to have the same sizes that the basic RGB one has. And then also for devices and web, like, I don't know, they could have kind of maybe combined them, maybe put like a little slash, like web/devices. But on the other side of it, I was thinking, well, maybe they're putting these titles in place now, and then they're going to be able to expand on the sizes once they start seeing how we actually put them to use. So I don't know. I could see multiple reasons for or against it. So I was just kind of curious. Maybe you guys could throw it in the comments and let me know what you think, why they did that, or maybe you could tell me what the actual differences are. Maybe there's a difference in there that I'm not seeing. All right. So anyway, let's go over here. Art and illustration. Let's say I wanted to create a poster. Then I'm going to click OK. All right. So I got my poster document set up right here. What I wanted to show you guys next is if you don't want to see that Start Workspace, remember you could always go into your preferences and make changes to Illustrator. So I'm going to hit Command K or Control K on my keyboard, and that's going to bring up my preferences. Now over here we have this option here for Show Start Workspace when no documents are open. All right, so by default this is turned on, so I'm going to uncheck that box. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to get rid of this document that I just created. Notice there is no Start Workspace showing here. All right, so now when I launch Illustrator, I'm not going to see that Start Workspace. And so that's for those of you guys that, let's say, maybe you just don't want to see it. Maybe it gets in your way. Maybe it's too cluttered. I could understand that. So just always remember, go into your preferences, and you'll be able to make adjustments to Illustrator so it could work more the way you want it to. All right, now, if you actually want to see it temporarily, I'm talking about the Start Workspace. Let's come over here to the top right. Click on the workspace, scroll down, and you're going to find Start. So click on that to bring back that Start Workspace temporarily. So if I open up a document and close it, I'm not going to see this again. Now if I want to bring back my Start Workspace, I'm going to hit Command K on my keyboard, Control K on a PC, and then back over here, I'm going to turn this feature back on by just checking that box. All right, now I'm going to show Start Workspace when no documents are open. I'm going to click OK. And now it's back to the default settings. All right, so the last couple things I wanted to show you guys, right over here at the top left, notice we're working on recent. So it's going to show you the recent documents. I mentioned before we're in this thumbnail mode, but check this out. You could go to a list view. So it'll give you a list of what you got working on there. I tend to like the thumbnail so I could just see what's going on there. You could also switch over to CC files. It's going to look at your Creative Cloud files that you have available and list them here. You also have your mobile creations. This is where you would actually find if you're actually using the different touch applications that are available to you. All right, and also down over here at the bottom, there's different ways for you to learn. If you click on these guys, it'll take you to those particular educational videos. You click on Show All, and then it's going to switch over so you can pick whichever topic you want to learn about right in here. I'm going to click on Back, bring it all the way over here, and there you have it, folks. That's a quick look at the Start Workspace in Adobe Illustrator CC 2015.3.